Please note, OCG is a fictional character. Any resemblance to persons alive, dead, or undead is purely coincidental.
Oh, thank you, Bertram, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, joined once again by my faithful manservant / Bucktotem Bertram. Say hello, Bertram.
Hello, Bertram.
And this is our live stream for Insert Game Title here. And I'm going to play this particular video game the only way I know how. Badly. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the bloody show. Bertram, pull your pants up a bit.
Oh, whoops.
Honestly, Bertram. So, do you realize, Bertram, that we have been streaming now for over a year?
Oh, wow.
Yes, how things have changed this last year. Well, you died and were resurrected a la Jesus Christ, or as I like to call him, the Zaz. I married and divorced a woman who literally had sex with everything. Men, women, buildings. True story. She is the first woman in human history to actually bring the Eiffel Tower to orgasm.
Oh my!
Yes, and I have become steadily more and more intolerant, and incontinent, and impotent. So, in a nutshell, a lot has happened this last year. Now, speaking of my ex-wife, did I tell you, Bertram, that my ex-wife actually worked on the original Night of the Living Dead softcore pornography parody, Night of the Living Bed, about a bed that would come to life and eat people foolish enough to make love on it. Interesting, no? What are you doing, Bertram?
I'm looking for the movie online.
Well, you can do that later. It's bollocks anyway. Do you know what else is bollocks, Bertram? Something has just come to mind and I simply must rant. I mean, tell you about it. There is something very misleading about RPG titles. Dragon Quest, for instance, has absolutely nothing to do with a dragon. And Final Fantasy, well, how can it be the final one if you keep bloody making them? Let's see, the last story? Well, it most certainly was not the last story. Lost Odyssey? Well, it's not bloody lost. I have played it many times. I'd say it's more Found Odyssey than Lost Odyssey. I could go on. And I shall. Now The Witcher, well, there's more than one Witcher, so it should be called The Witchers. Alpha Protocol. You know, I actually liked that game. I want a remaster of that game. No, I demand it. Come on, Sega, stop fondling Sonic's rings and give me a remaster of Alpha Protocol. Now, speaking of Final Fantasy, let me tell you a story, dear viewer. Back in 1997, when I was younger than I am now, and my penis was just starting to grow, I asked my father to buy for me Final Fantasy VII, which had just been released. I excitedly awaited his return, chasing my sibling around our home with a knife while wearing a Jason Voorhees mask to pass the time.
Oh, I remember their funeral. Was a tacky affair.
'Twas that. So, My father returns with a PlayStation game under his arm. I grab it from him, as was customary in those days, and scream in horror as I behold not Final Fantasy VII, the game I had dreamed of owning, but Skull Monkeys. That's right, fucking Skull Monkeys.
Is that a real game?
Oh, it's much worse than that, Bertram. It's a nightmare.
So what did you do?
Well, I did what any spoiled child would do. I beat him over the head with the game until blood came out of his ears. And then I took said game and traded it in at my local gaming boutique for a copy of Final Fantasy VII. I never knew what an orgasm was until I took that game home and gently inserted it into my PlayStation. 'Twas then that I realized I had also asked my father to purchase a PlayStation, and he fucking forgot.
Oh, so what did you insert the disc into?
You know, Bertram, the cats never forgave me. But it's not all doom and gloom. Once my father recovered, he went and purchased that PlayStation, and I played Final Fantasy VII. The rest, as they say, is history.
Oh, what a lovely story.
Isn't it, though? Bertram, do you have the notes for the review we have to record after this? Nope, never mind. I can see them. Interesting game we are reviewing. It was one of those games where you're able to rename the main character. So naturally, I gave them the greatest name in the world. Reuben Crowley.
But that's your name.
Well done, Bertram. On a scale of 1 to 10 on the stupid scale, you are now officially a 12. I named his best male friend Bertram Butler.
But that's my name.
Correction. Make that a 17 on the stupid scale. Give that man a medal. Actually, don't bother. He can't even spell the word medal.
You're mean.
And you're retarded.
Is this a horror game?
Is this a This isn't a horror game per se.
Who the hell is Percy? Is he your boyfriend?
Per se, Bertram. It's a figure of speech.
Oh, that's a relief. At the very least, is this game less scary than the stories you read me at bedtime?
Look, there is absolutely nothing wrong with a bit of 50 Shades of Grey before bed.
Yes, that's fine. But do we really have to reenact all the sex scenes?
Yes, Bertram, we do. Let's, maybe keep that between us in the future, eh?
Okay.
Good man. Here, have a chocolate.
What's the hardest game you've ever played?
Ghosts and Goblins. The original one. In fact, let me tell you a story since you brought it up. When I was just a little nipper, with barely a hair upon my upper lip, my father bought me a copy of the original Ghosts and Goblins for the Mega Drive. And I hated him from that very day. I won't say that's the reason he was murdered, but it's definitely one of them. The main reason is that he later bought me a copy of Bubsy 3D for the PlayStation.
Oh, what a sad story.
Indeed. I went to trade in Bubsy 3D at my local gaming establishment, and the chap behind the desk laughed at me. He laughed, Bertram.
Because the game was so appalling?
No, because I'd forgotten to put the disc back in the box.
Oh!
Not you too, Bertram. Why does everyone keep laughing at me?
Maybe because you're an idiot?
What was that?
Nothing.
Isn't this game splendid, Bertram? Bertram. Hello, Bertram.
Oh, did you say something?
I did. Your name. 3 times.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just looking at this review for an adult movie of Downton Abbey. It's called Go Down on Abbey.
Oh, I see. Does it sound good?
Like Mr. Kipling's cakes, it sounds exceedingly good.
Oh, check Amazon for a copy on Blu-ray then.
Already done. Along with a copy of your ex-wife's film, Night of the Living Dead.
Ah, well done, Bertram. You know, I think I may have an addiction to pornography.
Oh.
Yes, it is a problem. I'm seeing my gynecologist about it on Thursday.
You don't need to see a gynecologist for that.
No, but he gives a hell of a rectal examination. Yes. You know, I've been thinking, Bertram. We need to review more Call of Duty games on the channel.
Don't say the name.
What name? Call of Duty?
Never say that name. It's said if you look into a mirror and say it 3 times, a swarm of adolescents will emerge and spew abuse at you.
Oh, thank you for warning me, Bertram. I'm also thinking we should get a dog.
You have a dog. Me.
Not quite, Bertram. You see, a dog is actually useful.
Well, what can a dog do that I can't do?
Lick its own genitals?
But that's not fair.
Because you don't have any genitals.
Oh, you think you're so funny.
I don't think, Bertram. I know I'm funny. Bloody hilarious, actually. Did you know, Bertram, that I once trained a dog to lift a grand piano with just its nose?
That's a lie.
How dare you, Bertram? I would never dream of telling you a... Yes, it is a lie. I almost had you convinced, though, didn't I?
Not at all.
What was that? I'm a ball? Well, thank you, Bertram. I'm glad you enjoy my company, because I am the one and only. Ain't nobody else quite like me. I am the one and only. Forget the rest of the words.
Did we really require the singing?
There's always time for some singing, Bertram. You know, I remember fondly when that song came out, as I was still being breastfed.
But you were 17.
Yes? What's your point, Bertram?
You should have stopped at the singing. Now you've turned this stream into something sordid.
Have you watched any of our reviews, Bertram? I turn all of them into something sordid. Even the Disney ones.
Oh, yeah. That one viewer threatened to castrate you.
Oh, yes. Joke's on them. You see, I'm already circumcised.
Oh, I didn't know you were Jewish.
I'm not. You see, I got my Colonel Mustard stuck in the fridge door. I shouldn't be too harsh on that viewer, though. I believe they were a lesbian.
Oh, All you care about are lesbians.
That's not true. I also care about escorts, prostitutes, glamour models, celebrities who don't wear bras, and then lesbians. Oh, bugger me senseless.
Bugger me senseless? Isn't that a film?
I don't believe so.
Oh, really? You see, I thought I heard you quoting from it last night.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
When you were in the shower, I thought I heard you say, "Bugger me senseless."
Yes. Well, you see, I dropped my soap. Yes. And you know what I'm like. So I've been trying to limit the amount of swearing I do. So instead of saying shit, I said bugger me senseless. Yes.
Oh, really? I thought I saw a gentleman exit the bathroom before you. I think he was dressed in a clown outfit and...
Fine, I confess. I have a fetish for clowns. Are you satisfied?
Were you satisfied?
Oh, ha ha. Let's just focus on the bloody stream. Right, so... Yes?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Did the clown let you honk his nose? His actual nose, not his...
Shut up, Bertram. As a matter of fact, he did. So, anyway, back to the stream. Focus on the stream. Don't concentrate on what Bertram's saying. He's going to ask lots of stupid things, I'm sure. Yes, playing the game.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
When the clown, did confetti come out?
Shut up, Bertram. As a matter of fact, it did. Right, back to the game. Let's play the game. Don't focus on anything that's going on around you.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How funny was the clown? On a scale of 1 to 10.
Shut up, Bertram. And you as well as I know that the only person I find funny is me.
I have a question.
Haven't you tortured me enough?
Did the clown ram a custard pie onto your face? If you catch my meaning?
I am not going to answer that, Bertram.
Oh, please.
No, you're a very sick man.
Says the man with a clown fetish.
Touché. That reminds me, you can turn the oven off now, Bertram.
This doesn't look like a chicken.
Well, that's because it's No from next door. That'll teach that little bastard to call me an old bastard. Can you believe he was shouting that at me from his own garden?
I think he might have just been calling for his dog.
His dog?
Oh, bastard? That's his dog's name.
Oh, damn it! Quick, Bertram, close the oven door. We'll get rid of the body later.
Then what are we going to have for dinner?
Weren't you listening? I said we'll get rid of the body later.
Oh! Boy, oh boy! Oh, that reminds me. Today's stream is sponsored by the phrase, boy oh boy.
And a special thank you to our other sponsor for this video, Suck It and See. The only sex toy that doubles as a telescope when you want to spy on that hot new neighbor of yours. So go ahead and suck it and see.
Wasn't that featured on Dragon's Den?
It was, Bertram. That it was.
What are you doing?
I am doing a crossword while we record this little stream of ours. It's not something I would normally do, but there is a substantial cash prize.
How substantial?
£11.50.
£11.50? You can't even buy a bowler hat for that.
Don't exaggerate, Bertram. It doesn't suit you.
But you exaggerate all the time. Every morning when you get up and go to the bathroom, you say, "Hello, my glorious massive penis," when your penis is in fact tiny.
Thank you, Bertram.
Microscopic even.
Yes, Bertram, I think we get the point. Gosh, this game has more enemies on screen than you'd find at a bloody wedding.
But they're not enemies at a wedding.
Well, it's usually family members at weddings, Bertram, so of course they're enemies. I imagine there's much more bloodshed at a family gathering than on a battlefield. When I was a child, my parents' house looked like Jack the Ripper's front room once Christmas and New Year had passed.
That's alarming.
That's it! 24 across. Something a woman carries in the home of a convicted sex offender. Alarm! Thank you, Bertram.
You're welcome?
Oh, I just remembered. Masters of the Universe is on tonight.
Oh, I love that movie.
No, I love that movie.
We can both love it.
No, we can't. Just like we both can't use the shower at the same time. But you seem to ignore that.
Oh.
If you do it again, I'll be forced to get my whip.
You don't own a whip.
No. But I do often blackmail my wife with a walnut whip.
Oh, how very 1990s of you.
Don't pretend you don't enjoy a walnut whip, Bertram.
Not particularly.
Oh, that's a shame because I have one here and I was going to...
Give it to me. I meant to ask before, but, you've been to Paris, haven't you?
Many times.
What is your favorite thing to do in Paris? Is it visiting the magnificent architecture like the Eiffel Tower or the Moulin Rouge? Is it the food? I know you're partial to some children's legs. Frogs' legs.
Bertram, I visit Paris for one reason and one reason only. To look for Eva Green.
Oh, not this again.
I'm going to make her love me, no matter what.
What about your wife?
Oh no, she'd probably hate my wife. Attractive people despise the ugly and the overweight.
Actually, I think Ava Green lives in London now. Where are you going? OCG? OCG?
Right, I'm back. I forgot my bag of aphrodisiacs.
You can't leave. We have this stream to do.
Oh, fine. But when we're done, Eva will be mine.
If you say so.
I do say so. So, I thought it might be fun to try something out while we play this game.
Oh, God. What are you planning?
Well, do you remember that story I was working on?
No, absolutely not. You cannot read that.
How did you know that's what I was even considering?
Because you're fucking crazy?
I resent that. But Bertram, even you have to admit that the subject matter fits this game perfectly.
Well, actually, it doesn't, but...
Perfect! Let's begin.
Oh, may the ground open up and swallow me whole.
Ha! Here's hoping. So, dear viewers, let me regale you with a little tale I have been working on for a while. So, here is the world premiere of Trevor, the transvestite T-Rex.
Oh, kill me now.
Shut up, Bertram. Once upon a time, 65 million years ago to be precise, the world was filled to the brim with dinosaurs. They were very much like the human race. They liked to eat, poop, sleep, make love, but the teenage dinosaurs mostly spent their time fighting with their friends over which was the best, the PlayStation or the Xbox.
They didn't have...
Shut up, Bertram. Now, I myself have built a time machine just last week and traveled back to this time and beheld with awe the sheer size of these prehistoric animals. I'm not exaggerating when I say that the T-Rex had the largest kernel mustard I have ever seen. And I was fortunate to come across one in the middle of its mating ritual with a triceratops of, shall we say, low moral standing. Yes, dear viewer, sex workers existed even 65 million years ago. Anyway, I was fortunate enough to be standing under the T-Rex when he pulled his kernel mustard out of his companion and...
I told you to cut that part out.
And I told you to shut up, Bertram. But we're not here to talk about me, dear viewer. No. We are here to learn all about Trevor, the transvestite T-Rex. Trevor was born a long time ago. His mother was just a dirty hoe. She sold her son for lots of drugs. The dealer threw in a lovely rug. Trevor was raised by lots of girls. They styled his hair, put it in curls. Trevor then found he was aroused when he was dressed in a nice blouse. Yes. Trevor enjoyed his head in bows, obsessed with the Rocky Horror Show. He padded his bra with caveman shit. Can't think of a line here that will fit. Trevor was fond of scrambled eggs. He tucked his meat between his legs. To all the boys, he was a catch. They put their meat right up his hatch.
Hatch? Do you mean bum?
It's a complex narrative, Bertram. Read into it what you will.
Yes, hatch means bum. Continue.
Trevor took drugs, just like his mum. To fund this vice, he sold his rum.
Rum? Did you mean bum again?
No. Trevor had amassed quite a collection of rare and delicious rums.
Did they have rum 65 million years ago?
Absolutely not. But I'm using what we writers call creative license. Yes.
Ah, okay. Continue.
Where was I? Oh, yes. Trevor took drugs, just like his mum. To fund this vice, he sold his rum. His dealer was a filthy brute. Made Trevor become a prostitute.
Oh no, not the same one you saw when you...
Ah, the very same, Bertram. Isn't it amazing?
So what happened next?
Well, after contracting a whole manner of exotic diseases while selling his trade, Trevor eventually went mad and bit his own tail off, and then used it to suffocate himself to death. And thus, Trevor, the transvestite T-Rex, was no more.
Oh, what a sad ending.
Oh, don't feel too bad for him, Bertram. His spirit now lives in transsexual Transylvania.
Oh, that's nice.
You really are a sentimental sausage, aren't you?
Well, you've got me worse than that.
Yes, Bertram. Now, let's move on.
Nincompoop, idiot, moron,
Yes, Bertram, let's move on.
imbecile, ignoramus, dummy.
Yes, Bertram, I get the point. Let's move on.
I used to actually think my name was retard, you called me it so often.
Shut up, you spastic!
And I thought that was my surname.
Bertram, if you shut up right now, I'll give you a cookie. No, 2 cookies. Thank you.
We should review another game later today. Maybe after dinner.
Oh, I just don't have time today to review another game, Bertram.
And why not?
Well, as you know, once a month I like to spend an entire day in the nude and do nothing but stand at the front door waiting to leap out on any unsuspecting visitors.
Ah, Nudie Tuesday.
Yes, and today just so happens to be that day.
Oh, yes. I was wondering why your Colonel Mustard was on display in all of his glory.
That's Sir Colonel Mustard to you, Bertram.
Oh.
Pass me a towel, won't you?
Do we own towels?
Ah, good point. Yes. Run out and purchase a towel, and then come back here and pass it to me. There's a good fellow. I must say, Bertram, this game is bloody crazy.
Speaking of bloody crazy, didn't you nearly kill Sonic the Hedgehog once?
Actually, it was quite the opposite, Bertram. He came over to visit me one Nudie Tuesday back in 1997, and I made the mistake of inviting the little bastard inside. Long story short, I accidentally sat on him when he stole my favorite chair.
Oh, that must have hurt, especially with all those spikes of his.
Yes, I was picking those spikes out of my ass for a month. A month, I tell you. Bertram, put that gun down.
Oh, sorry.
You know, I've never held a gun myself. Well, not recently, though I was once quite the regular of what the Americans call gay bars. Now, of course, that's a different gun entirely, though just as lethal, as Freddie Mercury will attest. So, back to the stream.
Don't you have a driving lesson today? You know, to get your license back?
Ah, well remembered, Bertram.
Why did you lose your license in the first place?
Well, I'm not to be trusted on the road, Bertram. Reason number 1 why I no longer have a driving license. I once confused the steering wheel with my penis. I made a terrible mess and the shopping centre needed no windows. And staff. Reason number 2 why I no longer have a driving license. When I see a helpless old man or woman crossing the road, I have the uncontrollable urge to shout abuse at them. And or run them over. Yes. Reason number 3 why I no longer have a driving license. I took my first car for a test drive in the local park. I didn't realize there was anyone there. It was bloody 5 in the morning. But upon checking my tires when I got home, I found what was left of the postman and several dog walkers. Luckily, I had some spare tires, so crisis averted. Ha ha! Reason number 3 why I no longer have a driving license.
Reason number 4, I think.
Ah, well spotted, Bertram. Reason number 4. I ran through a red light once. If only I'd remembered to bring the car. And my clothes.
When was that?
Oh. Let's see. 2007, I believe. Oh, yes, now I remember. I was on my way to pick up Heavenly Swords.
Oh, I like that game.
Do you know, Bertram, that women have told me in the past that I have a Heavenly Sword? Ha ha, if you know what I mean. I say Heavenly Sword, but it's more Heavenly Dagger. No. Heavenly Penknife.
Heavenly Needle?
No, Bertram. You're not allowed to make fun of my penis. Only I'm allowed to make fun of my penis.
Sorry.
'Twas an amusing joke, though. I don't know if I told you, Bertram, but I have started reading Dante again. And no, not the Devil May Cry Dante. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
Isn't that what the sign in our bathroom says?
Yes, Bertram. My wife also has that tattooed on her lady garden.
Speaking of Dante, I got lost in the 9 circles of hell once. I got stuck between lust and gluttony. No, wait. It was McDonald's. Yeah, lots of fat people. Attractive staff, though.
That's nice, Bertram? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh no.
I knew you were crying.
Shut up, Bertram.
I haven't seen you cry like that since that time you accidentally sat on my cactus.
Now tell our viewers that cactus is not some kind of euphemism.
Oh yes! Cactus is not a euphemism for my penis.
You should have stopped at the word euphemism.
You cry a lot playing video games, don't you?
Shut up, Bertram. There's nothing wrong with a man who was in touch with his sensitive side.
Well, you don't usually have a sensitive side.
Yes, but it's nice to pretend, isn't it? And I wasn't crying. A snake had crawled into my eye.
A snake?
Did I say snake? I meant dust. I got dust in my eye. Very painful dust. That's what made me cry.
Well, if you say so.
I do say so, Fraulein.
Did you know that the word Fraulein means young lady?
I know that. Why else do you think I've been calling our German next door neighbor Ashley that for years?
But Ashley is a man.
Oh, bollocks. I've never seen a man wear as much makeup as Ashley does.
He's an actor?
And the man I keep seeing turning up at her home with roses?
He's a gay actor?
I'm going over to ask her myself.
OCG, no! Oh, OCG. OCG, and he's gone. Well, this is awkward. Oh, he's back. Well?
You might have been right.
What makes you say that?
Well, I walked into Ashley's house and I wish I hadn't. I saw what can only be described as bumming. I mean, courting.
Well, I told you.
Yes, enough of these shenanigans. Let's get back to the stream.
I can't believe I was right. Finally, now you'll have to treat me with respect.
Shut up, Bertram, you insolent retard, or I shall be forced to get my sword.
I've never understood people's reliance on swords.
Why?
Well, personally, if I was going into battle, I'd come with an entire pencil case full of pens.
Pens? And what the hell are you going to do with them? Write the enemy a bloody check?
No, I'd destroy them.
And what makes you think you could do that?
Because, like they say, the pen is mightier than the sword. Ow!
From this day on, your name will not be Bertram. It will be Village Idiot. Anyway, back to this game. So, dear viewer, what can I tell you about this game's development? Nothing. Do I think you should buy this game? Well, that depends on what you think of what we're showing here. But I can say there are worse things you can do with your money.
Like buy a hat that is much too small for your head?
How the hell was I supposed to know it was too small? I bought it online and the website said... Wait a minute, I'm going to get this page up. It's loading. No, I don't want to buy tab packs. Oh, here we are. The website says, and I quote, "One size fits all."
Well, I've been telling you for years that you've got a big head.
But that just means my brain is bigger than everyone else's.
As big as your stomach?
What's wrong with you today? You're not usually this hostile.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on my period.
Bertram?
Yes?
You really do suit the name Village Idiot.
Oh, thank you. Oh, by the way, the toilet is blocked again.
I'll telephone Ricardo once we are finished recording this little stream of ours.
Ricardo?
Oh yes, fascinating fellow. murdered his father when he wouldn't finance his sex change.
Oh, sounds charming.
Why don't you tell us what you think about this game, Bertram?
Well...
So sorry, old chap, we don't have time for that. What is that garbage you're eating, Bertram?
A chocolate bar I found in the fridge.
What are you talking about, man? There was no chocolate bar in the fridge.
Yes there was, in that plastic container on the middle shelf.
You mean the container containing my stool sample for the doctor? Oh, good lord. Bertram, spit that out right now.
But it's so tasty.
Oh god, I think I'm going to be sick. Let's just move swiftly on. Wait a minute, are you eating again?
No.
Liar! Is that my cheese sandwich?
That depends. Did you leave it in the fridge with a note on top of it that said Reuben? What does Reuben mean? Is it a made-up word?
That's my name, you idiot!
Oh, would you like a bite?
Keep it! I'll punish you later.
Oh.
Who the hell is that? Oh, it's you. The bitch is back. And no, I am not referring to Bertram.
Oh.
I am referring to my mother-in-law, who just at this very moment has returned home with this week's shopping. No doubt one item she's bought is an extra-large tub of Vaseline, or as you Americans call it, KY jelly. It's not that the woman is particularly kinky, so I can only guess she has purchased it to remove the stick she seems to have up her ass. Anyway, oh, did you see what I did there, Bertram? Bertram?
Huh?
In the game, did you see what I did?
I was busy.
Busy? Busy? Too busy to watch your master? I am the greatest YouTuber who has ever lived. I hold the Guinness World Record for having the smallest, I mean the biggest penis in the entire world. What could you possibly be busy doing? Let's hear it.
I was reading the obituaries hoping that I'd see that my Uncle Herbert had died a violent death.
Aw, that's so sweet. I'm so proud of you, Bertram. Here, take my hand. So, what did your Uncle Herbert do that you would want him dead?
He urinated on my hand.
Get your fucking hand off of me! Let's move on. Quickly, now we come to the controversial part of the stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, are you going to tell us about being molested by your grandfather while watching Titanic?
What's wrong with you?
Oh, more controversial than that?
Shut up, Bertram. I have to say this. The only thing I hate more than a silent protagonist in a video game is celebrities who make sex videos of themselves.
Why?
Because no one was interested when I accidentally, on purpose, leaked my sex video.
Well, no one wants to watch you having sex with your Aunt Cecilia. Especially because she's been dead since 1905.
A necrophilia joke, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that reminds me. We need a new piano.
Why?
Because I might have accidentally leaned against it and made it roll down the hallway stairs, through the front door onto the street, down a side alley, then onto a busy road where it might have got smashed to pieces by an elderly man driving a tank.
I see. A tank, you say?
I believe so.
Okay. Damn! I really like that piano. Well, at least I still have my church organ, eh?
Actually,
Oh no. Say it isn't so.
I'm afraid it is.
Old man in a tank?
Old woman flying a 747.
Damn! There is no God. Oh well, shit happens. And now for some impressions by yours truly.
Performed badly.
Shut up, Bertram.
What is this? Blood. I hope this isn't Chris's blood. Let me take care of this. I found something. It's a weapon. It's really powerful. It's Forrest. Oh my God! He looks like he was pecked to death by a crow or something.
I didn't know who I was until I put on the mask.
You wanna know how I got these scars? My father was a drinker and a fiend. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? Jack. Jack is dead, my friend. You can call me Joker.
Beavis and Butthead! You're expelled!
Inside you, they call me Revolver, Ocelot, Shadow Moses Island, where this all began. Brother, we're not simply copies of our father anymore, Snake.
Please stop.
Shut up, Bertram. Actually, I think I can do that Bane impression even better.
I didn't know who I was till I put on the mask. That sounds just like me.
What are you talking about, Bertram? Sounds absolutely nothing like you. Listen to it again.
I didn't know who I was until I put on the mask.
Oh, I see what you're talking about, Bertram, yes. Sounds awfully like you. Let's compare. Right, Bertram, you do your impersonation of Bane from The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay. I didn't know who I was till I put on the mask.
Yes, Bertram, I think my impression is far, far better.
I think we should be talking about the game more.
I did not ask for your opinion, Bertram. Just eat your bloody sandwich and keep quiet.
I don't have a sandwich.
Well, pretend. And if you interrupt me again, I'm going to kick you so hard you'll end up in outer space.
Oh, I always wanted to go on a rocket into outer space.
Then why don't you? I'll pay. Just, promise me you'll send me pictures of any attractive aliens you find. Like ones with 3 breasts, or that horny alien out of the movie Species.
That movie came out in 1995.
Yes, a year I remember fondly as the year I met Dracula for the first time.
Oh, what was he like?
He sucked. By the way, Bertram, I woke up this morning with an alarming wound on my backside. Do you, know anything about that?
That's your bumhole, sir.
Ah, excellent, excellent. I have been looking for more storage space as of late.
Speaking of Dracula, I really liked that vampire show that had Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Ah, Sarah Michelle Gellar. She can put her stake in me any day of the week. Except Thursday. I see my psychiatrist that day.
I think you meant you'd put your stake in her any day of the week except Thursday.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Bertram. I made a little faux pas there. Ha ha.
Oh, that's okay. I do that sometimes when I eat spicy food. I'll just clean it up.
No, Bertram, I don't mean that I... Oh... Never mind. Oh, damn it.
Calm down, OCG. Wouldn't want you suffering another cardiac arrest.
Another cardiac arrest? When did I have a cardiac arrest?
About 7 seconds ago.
Oh, good Lord. I didn't feel anything.
Well, that's because you're a heartless bastard.
Oh, I see. Jolly good then. Well, I suppose that's what happens to someone raised in a cult.
Oh, I didn't know you were raised in a cult.
Oh, yes.
Really?
No, not really.
Well, I was in a cult once.
Oh, I see. And what happened, Bertram?
Well, they all decided to kill themselves, so I escaped out the fire exit.
Oh, if only you'd stayed a few minutes longer. I could have been free of you.
What?
Haha, I jest. Mostly. So, what did this cult of yours worship?
Brown paper bags.
Oh, I see. Oh, damn it! I need more coffee.
I'll get it.
Thank you, Bertram. You are useful after all.
That's the second time you said that this week.
When was the first?
The other night when you told me to come into your bed and touch your...
Yes, haha, thank you, Bertram. That'll be all. Oh, Bertram, I meant to tell you, but I watched Titanic last night for the first time.
Oh, did you cry?
Almost. At one point I thought I felt a tear rolling down my leg, but it turned out to be urine.
Oh, I see. Well, I read a book last night.
Was it The Hungry Caterpillar? Ha ha!
Yes. How did you know?
I must say, I'm very disappointed in you, Bertram. Reading is evil, and should only be reserved for reading your enemy's obituary. Throw your books away and just play video games instead. They'll teach you everything you need to know. How to solve puzzles, how to jump really high, and most importantly, how to kill aliens. And/or people.
Didn't you used to read books constantly?
Yes, but it was a different time back then. We didn't have video games. We had black and white televisions and bloody Bruce Forsyth. Now, my favourite author was Agatha Christie. I have read all of Miss Christie's books.
Oh, how are they?
Well, they could do with some pictures, maybe a decapitation or two, but apart from that, I do enjoy a good murder mystery, like the one about who killed my father.
You did.
Spoilers, Bertram.
Oh, sorry.
Did I ever tell you that I met Miss Christie at an imaginary party back in the 1940s, Bertram?
No, you did not. What was she like?
Well, the bitch stabbed me in the arse and then tried to write a book about it.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm sure she had a good reason for doing that.
Well, not that I recall. Though I was drunk and tried to slip my hand into her Miss Marple. Ha ha ha!
Oh, Miss Marple, yes, Miss Marple, her Lady Garden, I get it. So she did have a good reason for stabbing you in the arse.
Well, there's never, ever a good enough reason for stabbing a gentleman in the arse, Bertram. Oh, did I tell you that my mother called me last night, Bertram?
Oh, what did she have to say for herself?
Well, surprisingly, very little. Cousin Oscar said more than that the other night, and he had a ball gag in his mouth and a duck up his backside. Don't ask. Oh, that reminds me, Bertram. If anyone calls here looking for him, you can mention the ball gag, but under no circumstances are you to mention the duck. Do you understand?
I think so.
Good man. Oh, and I watched Groundhog Day last night. Did I tell you?
No. Did you enjoy it?
You never bloody told me it was a horror movie, Bertram. Can you imagine reliving the same day over and over? Doing the exact same things, telling the exact same jokes, making love to the same right hand over and over and over.
Isn't that a normal day for us? We get up, get dressed, play a game, review a game, play another game, get undressed, get into the shower together, go to bed together, make love.
Yes, thank you, Bertram. I think I get your point.
This game looks like a cartoon.
I must confess that I have fallen out of favor with cartoons as of late. They become rather tame for my tastes. I will now only watch cartoons if they have graphic violence, cross-dressing, nudity, and/or animal cruelty. So, pretty much anything featuring the Looney Tunes. Yes, I was aroused by cartoon characters long before I was ever aroused by human beings. I only have to say the words Jessica Rabbit or Donald Duck to send myself into some kind of sexual frenzy. Though, I do not recommend making love to pictures. That's the perfect way to give yourself a paper cut somewhere you really do not want a paper cut. And oh, by the way, Bertram, remind me that we have 2 reviews to do today.
Oh, wow!
I know what you're thinking. 2 reviews in the same day? I know, Bertram. I am usually fortunate if I can remember to use the bathroom twice a day. Oh, that reminds me. Better change my underpants. I'll do it after this part.
Are you not going to read out the comments?
Read the comments, indeed. You know, Bertram, I remember a time when reading simply meant looking at the pictures and making up your own story. Granted, there isn't much story in an issue of Playboy, but still...
Speaking of reading, I'm glad this game has subtitles.
Bertram, subtitles are for people who are deaf and or stupid.
That's not very nice.
What did you say?
That's not very nice.
What did you say?
That's not very nice.
What did you say?
Nothing.
What did you say? Just a little joke there. Sit still, Bertram. You're making me nervous.
Oh, sorry.
I have been known to bust a move myself. That's right, Bertram.
When?
Well, you see, I had a very brief stint where I busted this drug dealer called a move. So, I bust a move.
Oh.
You didn't think I was talking about dancing, did you? Oh, good lord, no. I don't dance. I leave that to commoners and relatives who drink too much at funerals.
OCG, I was in the shower this morning and something occurred to me.
You were in the shower? I think the last time you had a shower was 1974.
Yeah, anyway, I was in the shower and it occurred to me that bollocks are so cute. Wait, am I allowed to say that bollocks are cute?
Oh, yes. I have a particularly cute pair of bollocks myself. You may stroke them if you wish.
Maybe later.
Funny story. I once broke into Lara Croft's house and used her shower.
That wasn't funny at all. Didn't you chat up Lara Croft in a bar once?
I would never do something so common, so vulgar, so indecent. And if you must know, it was a restaurant, not a bar, and it didn't go well.
Did she slap you in the face?
No. She shot me between the legs.
Oh, ouch.
Yes, quite. Please note that Stephen Hawking was not harmed in the making of this live stream. But that's because he's dead. A bold statement, you might be thinking, but so is stating that my wife has more hair on her bottom lip than I do. It doesn't make either statement any less true.
I'm getting peckish. Do you think that shop on the corner will have any Twinkies? I had one of them in Florida once, and I suddenly have a craving.
This is Britain, Bertram. We have everything here. I mean, for God's sake, I once saw a shop selling imported boxes of Cocoa Pops. A product that we've been able to get here for centuries. And this particular shop went to all the trouble of importing bloody Cocoa Pops. And then had the gall, had the nerve to charge 3 times what they usually sell for. Bloody Cocoa Pops for the same price I could buy condoms. Extra large condoms. Extra large condoms. And while I'm ranting, I was on the PlayStation Store last night, and do you know there is a game for sale there where you play as a slice of bread? A bloody slice of bread. Not even a sandwich. A piece of bloody flipping bread.
What is it called?
I am bread.
Oh, catchy.
It most certainly is not catchy. Oh, that reminds me. Did I tell you that I once saw a shop selling imported imported boxes of Cocoa Pops. A product we've been able to get here for centuries. And this particular shop went to all the trouble of importing bloody Cocoa Pops and then had the gall, the nerve to charge 3 times what they usually sell for.
Yes, you did tell me. Less than 2 minutes ago, in fact.
Ah, well that's okay then. Now remind me when we're done with this stream to blowtorch my underpants.
Okay. Can I ask why?
No, you may not. Well, if you must know, the dryer has broken down.
Oh, I see. So, how is this game that you're playing?
Well, it's about as much fun as tucking your sausage between your legs and talking like a girl.
That's funny.
Oh, thank you, Bertram.
Do I get a prize?
Oh, that won't be necessary. Now get back in your cage. No, actually, hold that thought. Let me kill this imbecile first.
You rang?
I did not ring, Bertram.
Oh, I thought you were calling for me. You said imbecile, and that's what you usually shout at me when you want something.
Yes, that I do, but not this time. Back in your cage, imbecile.
You rang?
Go away. Now, where was I? Oh, yes.
I, topped up your drink for you.
Ah, thank you, Bertram. You are useful after all.
Oh, that's the second time you've said that this week.
When was the first?
The other night when you told me to come into your bed and touch your...
Thank you, Bertram. I think that will be all. Go and play with, Mystic Meg.
Who?
Never mind. So, back to the game. Get out of the way, you idiot. What are you doing?
Oh, I remember. She was that old woman who predicted the lottery numbers.
Well done, Bertram.
I had quite a crush on her.
I take back my well done. Shut up, Bertram, and never speak again. And now a message from our sponsor. Yours truly, me. Ladies and gentlemen's toilets, thank you very much for watching my stream. 'Tis fabulous, isn't it? And aren't I the most handsome man you have ever seen? I beg your pardon. Well, that's just rude. Are you hearing this, Bertram? Bertram! Wake up, Bertram! Ugh. Good help is so hard to find these days. You know, I think Bertram was a village idiot in a past life. Regardless, thank you very much for watching the stream. Feel free to continue to watch the stream and laugh at my jokes. All of my jokes. They're very amusing.
So how difficult is this game?
Ha! I've been more intimidated going to the toilet.
The toilet? What's so intimidating about going to the toilet?
Well, Bertram, now I've never told you this, but a midget armed with garden shears hides in the shower.
Oh, I see.
You know, I must say, this game is putting me in the mood to watch The Lion King.
You watch too many Disney films, sir.
How dare you, Bertram? There is no such thing as too much Disney.
Don't you have a Beauty and the Beast duvet?
Yes.
And, you have a Little Mermaid alarm clock?
Yes.
And, don't you masturbate to Disney erotica?
4 times a day, yes. What's your point?
Nothing.
Bertram, fetch me a monkey.
Right now?
Yes, right now. Have you got something better to do?
But it's the middle of the night.
Well, how else do you expect to procure a monkey from the local zoo unless it's during the night? You can't very well steal one during the day. Someone will see you.
You're fucking me.
Well, I didn't think you would notice.
Can I at least finish my sandwich first?
Yes, I suppose.
Fetch me a monkey. How do you come up with these schemes?
Because I am a genius.
A genius? What about that time my arm fell off and you thought that you could simply superglue it back in the socket?
It worked, did it not?
But now I can't move my arm. At all.
Well, at least it'll stop you masturbating. Isn't live streaming fun, Bertram? I haven't had this much fun since I slapped you with a fish.
You've never slapped me with a fish. Ow!
Well, I have now.
You're a very strange man.
Well, thank you, Bertram. It's something I'm very proud of.
I wouldn't be.
What was that?
Nothing. OCG.
Yes?
Do animals have genitals?
What the hell made you ask that?
Just making conversation.
Of course animals have genitals. How else would they procreate?
I thought a stork brought the babies to, no?
You're an idiot, Bertram.
Oh, thank you.
So, dear viewer, I hope you're enjoying the stream. Now, this game is great. But if you don't like great games, then might I suggest you play Returnal. There's absolutely no greatness in that game. Or fun. Or even a coherent narrative.
Are we really still bitching about Returnal?
Bitching? Where did you hear that word, Bertram? Have you been watching the television again?
I plead the fifth.
Bertram, we are in the glorious nation of Britain. You can't use that nonsense here. You have no rights. You are not free. You belong to me. Anyway.
Do you think the Pope plays video games?
Oh, yes. Apparently, Call of Duty is his favorite, though I can't think why.
Don't young boys mostly play those games?
Oh, yes. Yes, they do, Bertram. Moving on.
Please note, OCG is a fictional character. Any resemblance to persons alive, dead, or undead is purely coincidental.
So, my psychiatrist has told me I need to engage more with you commoners. So, please tell me down below. What do you think of this game? Like it? Love it? Want to crawl into bed and make passionate love to it? Ah, hello there, you beautiful bastards. As you might know by now, I'm pretty infamous. I run my own little YouTube channel focused on gaming. So there's reviews, commentary, all manner of degradation, delivered in my rich British accent, and it's bloody hilarious. I'd like to ask you to go through my channel with a fine mustache comb. And if you like what you see and hear, then please consider subscribing. I deserve it, and my ego will thank you. No, seriously, dear viewers, my views and subscription rate is pathetic. The homeless chap down the street from here is doing better than I am, and he eats insects.
Did you really need to put this in the middle of a live stream?
Yes, I did, Bertram. Now, if you'll excuse me, Bertram, I'm going to put something inside myself whilst we continue to play this game.
OCG? OCG?
Yes. What is it, Bertram? Can't you see I'm trying to play the bloody game?
I've got a question.
Fine. What's your question, Bertram?
What is God?
That's a particularly deep question for the middle of a live stream of a video game. Okay. What is God? Well, some people say he's the big fellow who created the planet and all the people in it and all the grass and all the animals and all the sex toys and all that fun stuff. Other people say he's a figment of your imagination, just something made up in a fictional book for people to feel good about themselves and believe that there's something after death and not just an eternity of darkness and being worm food.
Oh, and what do you believe, OCG?
Well, what I believe is the only god round here is me. Ha ha ha!
Oh, so you don't believe?
No, I do believe in God. I believe in me. Ha ha ha!
Oh, and what if there was a way that I could prove that God exists?
Okay, Bertram, I don't really know where you're going with this, but yes, okay, what if there was a way that you could prove? Then I suppose I would have to become a believer.
Okay. Now, where is God?
What?
Where is God?
Well, how the hell should I know where I don't know where he is. Well, in the Bible, they say that God is everywhere, all at once.
Everywhere? Does that mean he could be here?
Yes. Sure. Why not, Bertram?
Okay, I'm off to find God then.
You do that, Bertram. I don't think you're going to find God hiding under my bed, Bertram. Or in my underpants drawer. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different, dear viewers. I thought that today it could be rather enlightening / amusing to tell you all what it is like to be a true gaming addict. So yes, dear viewers, I, Ruben Crowley, OCG, Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, am indeed a gaming addict. That means that I spend the majority of my day, you guessed it, playing video games. Retro games, new releases, if I can afford them. More on that in a moment. Games I played once, games I played 100 times before, games I promised I would never play ever again. Hello, Skyrim. How the hell are you doing? A hernia, you say? Oh, that's too bad. In fact, I would go so far as to say that apart from gaming and, of course, editing videos for this channel, I do very little else during the day. And this isn't just 1 day a week, or 2 days a week, or 3 days a week, or even 4 days a week. No, I would pretty much say this is a consistent 7 days a week kind of habit of mine. Rather like sleeping, or going to the toilet, or complaining about the amount of money in my bank account. Those are also activities I do daily. And while I do absolutely adore my gaming, which you would think I would because I pretty much spend the majority of my time doing that, it does have the odd negative effect on me. For example, as someone who is not abundant in money, trying to buy the latest games as well as the latest indie video games, the latest new releases, can be quite a burden. And when there is games I am unable to afford or cannot buy because I can't afford it, so I suppose that's still the same thing as what I was saying 2 seconds ago, I become mighty irritated. In fact, some might say I become a spoiled child, which is not realistic because the last time I checked, I'm not a child. Unless, of course, when they say behaving like a child, they don't mean I am literally a child. I'm just behaving like a child would behave. I don't know. So yes, it does affect my mood. Just the same as if I'm being forced to go somewhere I really do not want to go, like to the supermarket or to my psychiatrist or to deliver groceries to the old bastard who lives 3 houses down with the weird growth on his arsehole. I do miss my gaming, and I can become quite irritable. So let's recap. Lack of money, lack of sleep because I spend so often gaming, lack of appetite because sometimes I completely forget to eat while I am gaming. Sometimes I even forget to go to the bathroom, but we're not here to discuss that. Oh, that reminds me. Must go and empty that bucket once I've exported this video. Now, you might think I'm making this video to act as a kind of warning to all you would-be gaming addicts out there, but, no, that's not why I made this video at all. I absolutely love being a gaming addict, and I wouldn't change it for the world. No, I just made this video as a little experiment to see if all you commoners out there would like to hear me talk about this kind of thing. That's all. I'm not complaining about being a gaming addict. Though it is mighty bloody annoying when I can't afford to get every single new game that comes out that I want. I love gaming, and long may it continue. Unless, of course, a masked maniac breaks into my house and murders me while I've got my back turned to him, but, the odds of that happening are very slim. Aren't they? What was that noise? Hello? Hello? I must warn you, sir, I know karate and taekwondo, and I'm a pretty decent ballet dancer as well. Oh, sorry, did I say ballet dancer? I meant belly dancer. Belly dancer. Ah, Halloween. A very spooky time. A time for trick-or-treating, horror movies, and of course my favorite hobby of making love to corpses. What? So, I thought it would be rather fun to give you 10 video games that I recommend you play this Halloween season, dear viewers. Now, these games are in no particular order. This isn't a ranking video, damn it. It's simply a little video to reward you, my loyal viewers, on my favorite day of the year, Halloween. Well, actually, Halloween is probably my second favorite day of the year. My favorite day is when I go for my yearly prostate examination, but let's not talk about that here. You can find all discussions of the prostate variety on my OnlyFans. link in the description below. So, without further ado, here is the top 10 games I recommend you play this Halloween season, in no particular order. Number 10, Retro Realms. A fairly new release here, and while it is more frustrating than trying to sell a baby shark on eBay, damn you animal rights activists, it does feature a video game version of the movie Halloween, which takes place on Halloween, which obviously makes it ideal to play on, you guessed it, Halloween. There's even a bloody Ash vs. Evil Dead game thrown in for good measure. Speaking of which, number 9, Evil Dead the Game. A fun online multiplayer game in which you can play as a hero, or a demon, or a cross-dressing nun. Maybe not that last one. A pretty difficult single-player story campaign thingy in which you play through events from all the bloody Evil Dead movies. You get to shoot enemies, drive cars, draw naughty pictures in the Necronomicon. Maybe not that last one, but this is a great online multiplayer game thingy, as is our next game on this list. Number 8, Friday the 13th, the game. Similar to the Evil Dead game, but starring everyone's favorite hockey mask wearing mummy's boy, Jason Voorhees. This game perfectly captures the movie franchise, without the gratuitous nudity, sadly. And while this game will soon be taken offline, damn you, I'm sure you'll still be able to play this game offline. Haha, won't you? Won't you? Number 7, Peppa Pig. It wouldn't be Halloween without a bit of Peppa Bloody Pig. I jest. For number 7, I have in fact chosen Totally Normal Journey. What? This game is fucking terrifying. Just take a look at this. See? Terrifying. And strangely arousing. Number 6, Resident Evil Village. It wouldn't be a list of horror games without a Resident Evil game, but why this particular one? Well, because it has the most in common with Halloween in my opinion. There's werewolves, there's vampires, there's a weird sea monster thing, there's a baby uglier than Quasimodo. What? If you like your horror of the Hammer variety, see what I did there? Hammer horror. Haha. Then you'll love Resident Evil Village. That baby is still ugly. Ugh. Number 5. What the hell was number 5 again? Bertram, what was number 5 again? You're useless, Bertram. Was it Outlast? No, I hate that bloody game. Amnesia? No, don't remember anything about that particular game. Oh, yes! The 5th horror video game I recommend this Halloween season is... Drum roll, please, Bertram. Bertram, where is my fucking drum roll?
We don't own any drums.
Ah, shit. Well, number 5 is The Last of Us. Do I even need to elaborate? The Last of Us is not only one of the best horror games ever made, it is also in the top 5 best video games ever made. Next, Number 4. The Evil Within. The brainchild of that talented bastard Shinji Mikami, The Evil Within might be overshadowed by Mikami's other accomplishments like Resident Evil or Resident Evil 4, but let me assure you that The Evil Within is dark, twisted, macabre, and plays like Resident Evil 4. Not only that, but in my humble opinion, it is better than the original Resident Evil 4. There, I said it. Bertram, put that gun down. And when you're done playing The Evil Within, go and play the sequel, the appropriately titled The Evil Within 2. You won't regret it. Seriously, Bertram, put the gun down. Number 3. Now, while this isn't a particularly scary game, the Order 1886 features werewolves, vampires, and even Jack the Ripper. So that makes it a horror game in my eyes. Not only that, but it is one of the most criminally underrated video games of all time. The Order 1886 is still, 10 years later, a bloody gorgeous video game. And it is beautifully written, acted, and is an absolute blast to play. Is it the longest game in the world? No, but thanks to the dickheads who reviewed the game negatively, we will probably never get the sequel, which I can only surmise would have topped the original game in almost every conceivable way. Buy it, dear viewer. Play it, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Number 2. The Dead Space Remake. Outer space, plus monsters, plus a badass protagonist armed with a whole manner of fun weaponry that can slice, cut, eviscerate, decapitate, and turn enemies to mulch, and you have a damn good time. Not only that, but it is scarier than letting Stevie Wonder drive you to the ornithologists. And don't stop with the remake, dear viewers. Play the originals as well. Yes, even the third one. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the third one. Bertram, put that gun down. And last, but most certainly not least, we have every single horror game from Supermassive Games. Whether it's Until Dawn, its remake, Man of Medan, Little Hope, House of Ashes, The Devil in Me, or the recently released casting of Frank Stone, Supermassive has proven that they are masters when it comes to narrative-driven horror games. Now, while some of their games are better than others, I have absolutely no qualms in recommending every single horror game they have ever made. Play them all. Make a weekend of it. Get in some snacks, drinks, and engage in my favorite pastime of making love to corpses. What? Oh, and happy Halloween, I guess. Yes, dear viewers, I am indeed still alive. My apologies. In fact, at this very moment, I am in the midst of playing the first Berserker Kazan, an absolutely fantastic video game. So if you have not played it yet, you don't have to wait for my review, during which I am absolutely certain you will probably touch yourself appropriately while listening to my rich British accent. No, the game's absolutely splendid. Take my word for it. So if you've not played it yet, then play it now. And it got me thinking, dear viewers. Well, first of all, I took a break from playing the game and I went and bought a cream egg. You know, those cream egg things that come around once a year, and they have a kind of tagline: how do you eat yours? I like to ingest mine rectally. Thank you for asking. And it got me thinking, why don't I make a video explaining how exactly I play Souls games? So that's what we're doing right now. And it's quite simple, dear viewers. I'm not very good at these kinds of games. So much in the way of old-fashioned RPGs, I spend quite a lot of my time in these particularly difficult video games, grinding out levels. But I do that in a way that I find kind of, sort of enjoyable, so I don't just go into a level and grind out levels for hours and hours on end. No, I'll play through the game normally, get to a boss that will probably kick my backside. I'll go back, replay all the previous stages I've already played in the game. Subsequently, that will get me leveled up. Subsequently, that will give me better gear, better upgrades, etc. And then I'll go in and I'll try the boss again. Now what this does, dear viewers, is number one, it gets me very familiar with the video game because I am essentially replaying the video game countless amounts of times. Because let's face it, there's very few bosses I'm going to get to and finish on my first try. Though it has happened in games like Code Vein, maybe a couple of the Bloodborne bastards. Thus far in the first Berserker Kazan, I've managed to take down 3 bosses on my first try. As well as becoming overly familiar with the game, it also makes my playthroughs rather lengthy. So I'm only 39% through the first Berserker Kazan, yet I have been playing the game for the grand total of 71 hours. I'm level 90, I think, and yes, before anyone asks, I am still finding the game to be rather difficult. No change there. This might even top my playthrough for Black Myth Wukong, which took me round about 90 hours to get through in my first playthrough. So the key for me in conquering these particularly difficult video games is simply to grind out levels. Try, and then try again. With better gear, a higher level count, and more violent weaponry than you would find in the average closet of your average American / serial killer / postal worker. So if you excuse me, dear viewers, I'm going to get back to playing the last Kazan? That's not the name of the bloody game. The first Berserker Kazan. And you can expect my review, sometime before 2047, I imagine. So tell me, dear viewer, how do you play Souls games? And in this video, I'm going to tell you how to succeed on YouTube without even trying. So, dear viewer, before I do that, don't you dare forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video. So, I see you sitting at home. You've just downed your 25th beer of the day, or you pulled your trousers back up because you're finished masturbating or whatever, and you've got an idea in your head. You want to start a YouTube channel. Well, I'm here to tell you how you can be a success on YouTube without even trying. Number 1, if you're a girl. That's all I need to say about that. Number 2, if you're an attractive girl. That's all I have to say about that. Number 3, if you're an attractive girl who just so happens to be an ex-porn star. That's all I'm going to say about that. Number 4, if you're an attractive girl who just so happens to be a porn star who still does pornography from time to time, or has an OnlyFans, or is a cam girl when she's not streaming on YouTube. That's all I have to say about that. Number 5. If you're a boy who used to do pornography and is fairly attractive. Number 6. If you're a lovable idiot. And by lovable idiot, what do I mean by that? Well, I mean someone who might stream horror games and might react very, very over the top, but you might say to yourself, oh, I mean, they're annoying as all hell, but boy are they cute. That kind of lovable idiot. Now, I promised myself I wasn't going to name any particular channels in this video, and I'm not going to. You can make up your own mind to who I'm talking about in each of these reasons on how you can be a success on YouTube. What number were we at? I've completely forgotten now. Oh, who cares? Let's abandon the numbers and just give the bloody reasons. You can also expect to succeed on YouTube if you stream garbage like Fortnite, Call of Duty Online, and if you happen to be particularly good at either of those garbage games. You can also expect to be a success if you, oh I don't know, get caught masturbating in a live stream, constantly beg for money in your live streams, constantly tell people how much of a victim you are, constantly bitch about how unengaged people are in your streams when you've gone to all the trouble of purchasing a particular game to play for their behalf. And yes, all those reasons I just said there did relate to one particular person. You can also expect to be a success if you agree what every other bloody YouTuber says. For example, a big video game comes out. Universally, it seems to be not liked very much. So every single one of the big popular YouTubers jumps on the bloody bandwagon, and they all have to agree with each other. You're willing to do that, then you might just so be a success on YouTube. Oh, and I should have said at the start of this video, I am a gaming YouTuber, so most of these things I'm talking about relate to gaming YouTubers, but a few of them are probably applicable to, I don't know, people who review movies, that kind of malarkey. You can also expect to be a success on YouTube if you get a sponsorship from some bullshit company that sells energy powder or makeup or a VPN or makes its own custom-made sex dolls or whatever. You can also expect to be a success on YouTube if you have your tongue planted firmly up Bethesda's arse, or From Software's arse, or CD Projekt Red's arse, or Capcom's arse. You can also expect to be a success on YouTube if you talk constantly about PC fucking specifications when you're reviewing a particular game, especially if you refer to crap like frame rate and anti-aliasing and ray tracing and all that other garbage. You can also expect to be a successful gaming YouTuber if you spend most of your video explaining the bloody mechanics as opposed to whether you actually enjoyed the game or not. You can also expect to be a successful YouTuber if you've been on the platform for longer than Tom fucking Holland has been alive. You can also expect to be a successful YouTuber if you list any of the following games as your quote-unquote favorite game of all time: Skyrim, Fallout 4, The Witcher 3, Silent Hill 2, Arkham City, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. I could say others, but those are the main ones that are coming to mind at the moment. Now, this reason probably goes back to the first couple that I said, the first couple of reasons that are probably going to get me the most amount of hate on this video. Well, we might as well continue this hate train. If you're a kind of dickhead who likes to shout into his webcam, you'll probably be successful on YouTube. If you're the kind of dickhead who not only shouts into his webcam, but has two other people that agree with your opinion, and you now all review movies together, you're probably going to be one of the most successful people on YouTube. Reason number 125. If you're a girl. Yes, I know it was the very first reason I gave back at the start of the video, but it's a fucking fact. So I've given you a lot of reasons for how you can be a successful YouTuber. Let me give you now a couple of other reasons on how you cannot be a successful YouTuber. You can be my channel, which is fronted by probably one of, if not the funniest people on YouTube. It has content coming out of the wazoo. There's a live stream every single bloody day. The channel actually exists to entertain you as opposed to just bombard you with facts about video games. You'll get an actual opinion on this channel that's not affected by whether the publisher invited you to their studios and made you play the game for 3 days, while they keep you sweet by throwing sushi and call girls at you every 5 minutes. If you have an actual niche that most other YouTube channels do not have, if you have something unique to offer, that way you will not succeed on YouTube. So if you'll excuse me, ladies and gents, I'm going to get back to not succeeding on YouTube. And if any of you dickheads out there have a problem with this video, I'm going to give you the response that I gave my mother when she came in to confront me about why I blocked the toilet with Action Man figures. It's just a joke. Calm down. Pull your pants on. No one wants to see your muff ruffling in the wind. Life lessons I have learned from playing Souls-like video games. Now, I'm sure I don't have to tell most, if not all of you watching this, what a Souls-like video game is. They tend to be very difficult video games with very difficult boss fights. They also tend to be devoid of difficulty options. Damn you, From Software. But they're also some of the most respected video games in our modern age. Games like the Dark Souls series, Bloodborne, Neo, Lies of P, Code Vein, and the recently released AI Limit, and the first Berserker Kazan. But what life lessons have I learned from playing these types of video games, dear viewer? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Let's get started with number 5. Nothing is impossible. Just highly improbable, unlikely, just out of reach. Let's say, dear viewer, there's a boss you want to kill. Let's say it's some Lovecraftian abomination in Bloodborne, or a waifu in Sekiro. Well, with a bit of hard work, you can conquer these boss fights. You can cut that Lovecraftian abomination in half. You can cut that waifu into a million pieces, making sure you keep her head. That'll make a nice prop to scare the children this Halloween. Now, if you can't accomplish that goal by polishing your skills, learning the boss's attack patterns, then do what I did when I first played Sekiro. Cheat! Get yourself to max level, get infinite shuriken, get unlimited souls, whatever the hell you want. Actually, that's the lesson, dear viewers. In real life, when hard work doesn't do it for you, cheat. Forget what I said at the start of this section. Ha! Hard work. No one wants to do something that's hard. Well, apart from maybe that waifu I mentioned earlier. She likes it really hard. Actually, never mind. Number 4. Angry is sometimes a good thing. Have you ever got angry playing a Souls-like game, dear viewer? You have? Amazing! Me too! Let's have lunch sometime. You're paying. Anyway, that rage you get when you've attempted a boss fight 1,236 times is exactly what you need to take out into the real world. There's lots of exciting opportunities for angry people. For example, you could get a job as the Incredible Hulk or as someone's private security. Actually, I need a bodyguard. You can work for me, haha, but you're paying. Souls-likes have taught us that sometimes anger can be, albeit rather rarely, a good asset. So next time you're playing Elden Ring and decide to hurl your computer out of a window, just think. You could take that anger and come and work for OCG as his own personal bodyguard. You'll have the nicest lunches, the best uniform. You can pick out your own uniform. If you want to dress up as a bloody gimp, you can. If you want to dress up as a ninja, well, you can. You'll be paying for the uniform, of course. Number 3. Don't be afraid to call upon a friend/frenemy. Most Souls-likes will let you summon a chum to assist you on those oh-so-difficult boss fights. And you shouldn't be ashamed to do just that. Why? That's something you can put to great use in your everyday life. Let's say you're at work, and the secretary with the squinty eye and the funny walk is coming on to you in the elevator. She's not your type, or he's not your type. Gentlemen can be secretaries, I think. Anyway, the gruesome secretary is coming on to you. You're not interested, but you're in an elevator, a confined space. They are pressing themselves against you very suggestively. This is most definitely a boss fight now. You need help. When lo, an idea. Yes, you can call up your chum, who just so happens to be downstairs at this very moment. You're sure this hideous secretary is just their type, so you can summon them to the elevator to take over the fight, so to speak. And don't worry, the secretary probably won't notice. They have a squinty eye, after all. Number 2. Loved ones are most definitely not fireproof. In games like Dark Souls, bonfires are places of respite, where you can rest, upgrade your character, all of that bollocks. But pay heed, dear viewer. In real life, bonfires can be dangerous places, and certainly not somewhere you want to upgrade or hide from enemies, as I myself learned back in 2018, when I decided to stop at such a bonfire with my wife at the time. We were in the middle of a particularly realistic Dark Souls LARPing session and thought we'd warm ourselves by the fire. Now my wife, the frankly stupid human being that she was, proceeded to build some handy Molotov cocktails that we could use to fend off the enemies in this oh-so-realistic Dark Souls LARPing session event thing. But as you know, dear viewers, or at least you should know, that bonfires and gasoline do not mix. So long story short, my wife most definitely did not leave that bonfire upgraded or even alive. Hell, she wasn't even recognizable by the time the firemen got there and put her out. All that was left of that unfortunate stupid bitch was a pile of ashes. So, remember what I've said, dear viewers. Rest at a bonfire in Dark Souls. Yes. In real life, maybe stay away from the bloody things. And finally, number 1. Not that these were in any particular order, of course. My number 1 life lesson that I learned from playing Souls-like video games is to try and try and try and try again. Let's say there's a girl, or boy, or zoo animal that you're in love with. You've already asked them out to dinner and or a late night bumble in the back seat of your automobile. And this girl or boy or zoo animal you love says, "No thank you, not today. Stop talking to me or I shall summon a constable." Do you accept defeat? In the words of a very intoxicated Mother Teresa, fuck no. If Souls-likes have taught us anything, dear viewers, it's to never give up, never surrender. Try and try and try again. Keep asking out that boy or girl or zoo animal. And if they still say no, well then, hit them with a frying pan. I jest, of course. I would never recommend you do something so rude and brutal. Instead, just tell them to go fuck themselves, and then buy yourself a new video game or 7. That always cheers me up. Bertram, stop playing with that mouse.
But this isn't just any mouse, this is Mickey Mouse.
I don't give a rat's ass if it's Minnie Mouse. Will you please kindly stop playing with him?
But why?
Well, for a start, I don't think Mickey Mouse appreciates you fondling his genitals.
Oh! Would you?
Don't even finish the end of that sentence, Bertram. I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy, yeah. I'm too sexy for this game. Too sexy for this game. Too sexy, yeah. Ah, you clicked on the video. Good for you, dear viewer. This is why I cannot stand 99.9% of the games made by BioWare. But before we get to the nuts and bollocks of the video, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you a little bit about BioWare. So who the hell are they? Well, they are a Canadian video game developer based in Edmonton, Alberta. Don't worry, I haven't heard of that place either. They were founded in 1995 by newly graduated medical doctors, and the company has since gone on to become owned by Electronic Arts, also known as EA, also known as EA Sports. It's in the name. Or whatever the hell it is. They made such fantastic video games as, and yes, I'm being sarcastic when I say this next bit, Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter Nights, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Jade Empire, the Mass Effect series, and the bloody Dragon Age series. And yes, for all of you beloved Sonic the Hedgehog fans out there, you'll be very happy to hear that these are the bastards who are responsible for Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood on the Nintendo DS. A game that is about as enjoyable to play as it is to stick your exposed arse into the gaping mouth of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So for the purposes of this video, I will mostly be talking about the Mass Effect video games and the Dragon Age video games, because frankly all of the games are the absolute same diatribe, and it doesn't really matter what games I talk about. I can still make the same jokes, the same jibes, make the same insults. So if you were expecting this to be a positive video game about BioWare, then clearly you didn't read the title. So let's start by explaining that the Mass Effect series, while incredibly popular and having 4 video games, is some of the most boring, uneventful, infuriating experiences I have had with video games in my time on this planet. Commander Shepard is essentially an outer space version of a call girl or a gigolo, depending on what sex you choose to play as. For in these games, and I think the reason that a lot of younger people like to play them is the fact that you can have sex with certain characters that you romance in these games. And sadly, that kind of thing doesn't appeal to me, so I don't enjoy that aspect of the games, and in fact I play my Commander Shepard as the asexual douchebag that he or she truly is. But you might be thinking, but OCG, oh buddy, oh pal, you love RPGs and you love third-person shooters. Yes, I do, dear viewers, but the third-person shooting in these games is nothing like Spec Ops: The Line or Max Payne or many other third-person shooters that I could mention that I enjoy immensely. And the RPG aspect, well, I have always been a fan of JRPGs. You know, Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, that kind of thing. Mass Effect cannot even compare to the worst of the Final Fantasy series. And don't you bastards dare say Final Fantasy 15 or Final Fantasy 16 in that sentence. I'm talking about things like the retro looking like arse Final Fantasies of yesteryear, like Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 5, Final Fantasy 6. Yes, I'm trying to offend as many people as I can in this video. I don't like Final Fantasy 6, so do with that information what you must. But we are not here to talk about Final Fantasy 6, we are here to talk about Mass Effect. So the third-person shooting, dull, doesn't belong in a game like this. RPG aspects, dull. You can't play as different classes. You don't gain particularly exciting powers. You cannot summon monsters. Mass Effect cannot even compare to some of the epic storylines of my beloved Final Fantasy games like Final Fantasy 15 or Final Fantasy 16 or Final Fantasy 7 Remake. It doesn't have the likable characters of those particular games. I suppose I kind of enjoy Seth Green in these Mass Effect video games. And if you don't know who Seth Green is, well, then I suggest you go and check out a little movie called Idle Hands or a little television show called Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Don't even get me started on the visuals in these games. Mass Effect 1 looks like arse now. Mass Effect 2 looks like arse now. Mass Effect 3 looks like arse now. Plus, Mass Effect 3 has the distinction of having that absolutely bloody appalling ending. Mass Effect Andromeda, which is probably the best of all the Mass Effect games. Yes, you're damn right I just said that. For all the hate that Mass Effect Andromeda got, I actually think it's the best one of the entire Mass Effect series, so... And why, you might ask? Because we didn't have to play as that absolute douchebag known as Commander Shepard. Who, while he's supposed to be, or she is supposed to be off saving the galaxy, is instead more interested in dancing at nightclubs or seducing members of your team or doing absolutely appalling side quests for said members of the team. And don't even get me started on how badly the animations are done in these games. You literally walk up to someone, engage in a conversation, and then just stand and stare at them for the next 15 or so minutes, while dialogue choices appear on the screen, making you think that any of these choices are actually going to fucking matter in your playthrough. While the Dragon Age games are kind of the same, though they do follow the more RPG format of different classes and mythical creatures and monsters and stuff. It still follows the same bullshit point of, while you can be off saving the land from some fucking dragon or something, you can actually walk up to said dragon, engage in conversation with it, do a couple of quests, and then before you know it, lo and behold, you're having sex with the fucking thing. Seems to me that these games are more sex simulators than they are action games. This is not the kind of action I have signed up for, BioWare. So let's go through BioWare's games and I'll tell you the ones that I like and the ones that I dislike. So, Shattered Steel, never played it. Baldur's Gate, wouldn't dare play it. MDK2, absolute piece of shit. Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of Am, haven't played it. Neverwinter Nights, piece of shit. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, piece of shit. Yes, you're damn right I just said that. Plays exactly like the fucking Mass Effect games, except without the sex. And what's the point? Because the whole point of the Mass Effect games, as far as I'm concerned, is to go off and have sex with as many creatures as you can, and accrue as many STIs as you can, from as many creatures in the galaxy as you can. So, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic not having that is bullshit. Yes, it's got some crap plot twist at the end of it, but the game looks like complete and utter arse now, and I'm not having anyone tell me otherwise. Jade Empire, piece of shit. Mass Effect, piece of shit. Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood, piece of shit. Mass Effect Galaxy, piece of shit. Dragon Age Origins, piece of shit. Mass Effect 2, piece of shit. Dragon Age 2, piece of shit. Dragon Age Legends, piece of shit. Star Wars The Old Republic, piece of shit. Mass Effect 3, piece of shit with a terrible ending. Warhammer Online, Wrath of Heroes, haven't played it, don't want to play it, wouldn't dare play it. Command & Conquer Generals 2, haven't played it, wouldn't want to play it, wouldn't dare play it. Dragon Age Inquisition, piece of shit. Shadow Realms, piece of shit. Mass Effect Andromeda, best of the Mass Effect games. Anthem, the best game that BioWare's ever made. You're damn right I just said that. I don't care how many of you don't like Anthem. I fucking love Anthem. Has a good story, has a little bit of comedy, has a cheesy bad guy, has a great, open world thing that you can fly around in. Absolutely stupendous. Best game BioWare ever made. And lo and behold, it's the game that no one plays anymore. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Well, it's just Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 stuck into one little package. Piece of shit. Dragon Age The Veilguard. Haven't played it. Don't want to play it. Will never play it. And the new Mass Effect game that they're making. Haven't played it, obviously. Wouldn't dare play it, obviously. And don't give a fuck about it. Obviously, this is why I simply cannot stand the Fallout series of video games. So I will be remiss, dear viewers, if before I tear the Fallout games a new butthole, if I didn't tell you a little bit about these games. So let's do that in the only way I know how. Badly. Fallout first appeared all the way back in 1997, a year I remember fondly as the year the movie Titanic came out. Did you know, dear viewers, that I saw the movie Titanic 27 times in the cinema? And managed to inconspicuously masturbate, cry my eyes out, during 17 of those particular cinema screenings. In fact, that's the very reason I have a criminal record today. But we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about the bollocks that is the Fallout series of video games. So the first one released in 1997. The second one released in 1998. Fallout 3 released in 2008. New Vegas, which appears to be everyone's favorite game in the series, released in 2010. And Fallout 4 released in 2015. Now please note, most of my criticisms to this series of video games will be thrown at Fallout 4, because it is the game that I, very unfortunately, very sadly, sank 70 hours of my precious time into. Time that would have been better served interfering with myself anally using a copy of the Sun newspaper. And for those of you abroad who don't know what the Sun newspaper is, it is, well, a newspaper that used to have naked women on page 3. Sadly, it doesn't have that anymore because there was an epidemic of old gentlemen masturbating in their local newsagents. At least that's the story I tell everyone. No, the reason we probably don't get naked pictures on page 3 anymore is because it's misogynistic or degrading to women or makes your wife jealous or some such nonsense. Again, we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about Fallout. And let's get started. Why do I not like this series of video games? First of all, it started off as one of those top-down isometric video games, which I simply cannot stand, so we don't need to say any more about that. It continued with that kind of formula into Fallout 2, which again I could not bloody stand. All the way into Fallout 3, which released for my beloved PlayStation 3, and this game is very much like Fallout 4. Looks like complete and utter arse, plays like complete and utter arse, has a story about as exciting as trying to read the fucking Braille version of Pride and Prejudice. And you might be thinking, oh, OCG though, Fallout 4 came out in 2015. That game must have surely looked stupendous on the PlayStation 4. To which I say, go back and look at the early gameplay of this bloody game, and you tell me if it looks good or not. Spoilers, it doesn't. Looks like arse. It has more bugs than fucking Cleopatra Snatch would these days. You know, because she's dead, so... and probably mummified, I have no bloody idea. So these games all deal with the same old bullshit, or some nuclear holocaust or some such nonsense. You wake up and then have to team up with certain factions, including men wearing armor and a detective who somehow fucking lost his nose and other some such ruffian groups. I don't pay attention. So these games have you traipsing over some quote-unquote open world, talking to characters, which plays out very much the way that the Mass Effect cutscenes do, where your character just stands fucking still, looking like a mannequin, talking to some other geezer who was also standing still, looking like a mannequin, and you can make little dialogue choices which may or may not make a difference to the game. In my case, it makes absolutely no difference whatsoever, because it doesn't make the story any more exciting, it doesn't make the visuals any more better, and it doesn't make my time with the game feel like anything but a complete and utter waste of my bloody time. Yes, you can customize a character, yes, you can play as a man or a woman, but you can do that in a million other video games. That's not something that Fallout invented. I'll tell you what else Fallout didn't invent. The toaster. Because that was invented by some Mr. Toaster back in the 18th century. I have no bloody idea. What I'm trying to say is the Fallout games do absolutely nothing different. Nothing revolutionary. Nothing groundbreaking. They just simply are. Fallout 3 came out, people loved it. Fallout New Vegas came out, people seem to love that even more, but I'm not playing it Fallout 4 came out at a time when we had such amazing looking video games like the Batman Arkham series and Metal Gear Rising Revengeance and Max Payne 3 and Bayonetta. And then along comes this archaic looking piece of shit, Fallout 4, which looks in worse condition than my grandmother's snatch after she attended that orgy all the way back in 1899. And don't even get me started on that other piece of shit that Bethesda made, the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim or whatever the hell it's called. We will get to that piece of shit in another video. I'm probably losing more and more of you as this video goes on. So, let's wrap up. Do I enjoy the visuals of these games? No. Do I enjoy the stories of these games? No. Do I enjoy the dialogue choices in these games? No. Do I enjoy the shooting in these games? No. Do I enjoy having to team up with different factions in these games? No. Do I enjoy the characters in these games? No. Are you seeing where I'm going with this? Fallout, Fallout 2, Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and probably any future Fallout game that they release will no doubt be a complete and utter piece of dog shit. Why I love gaming. There's a question I always get asked at gaming conventions, dear viewer. Why do you love video games, OCG? And that's a very good question. And it is one with a very long, very drawn out, very profanity-ridden answer. So indulge me, dear viewer, as over the next 1,234 videos, I will try to answer that very question. I'll share with you anecdotes, little comedy skits, terrible jokes that would make even your dead relatives groan, and most importantly, I'll tell you stories about my life. And I promise that at least some of them will be actually true. And no, there won't actually be 1,234 videos, so calm down, pull your trousers and or skirt up. No one wants to see the contents of your underpants, least of all me. Well, not right now. Maybe later. Part 1. A baby born with a mustache. I was born a very long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Well, maybe not all that far away. Depends on where you are, dear viewer. There was nothing that remarkable about my birth, apart from the fact that I had the smallest, largest set of genitals the midwife had ever seen, and sported a wonderful mustache. Yes, just like the baby in Addams Family Values. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, rectify that right now. Yes, that's what I said, Bertram. Rectify. Anyway, I was born to two wonderful parents with equally wonderful professions. My father was the owner of a local theater, brothel, and my mother was an actress, prostitute. My early years could be described as uneventful, but that would be a lie. By the age of 4, I had already burnt down the family house, shaved 5 cats, and concocted at least 4 plans to take over the world. My favorite was, I shouldn't tell you in case I decide one day to put that plan into action, but let's just say it involves zombies, lubricant, and a lot of exploding sex toys. Yes. Anyway, Fast forward a few years to Christmas Day, 1980, who cares? And I received my first ever game console, the Sega Master System. I think I was given an Atari prior to that, but not knowing what the hell it was, my adolescent self did what it did with a lot of things it didn't recognize. It ate and or tried to insert the item rectally. So the least said about the Atari, the better. Now the Master System came preloaded with a game. Remarkable, I know. Nowadays, you'll be lucky if your console even comes with a bloody box. Never mind a game already installed on it. Anyway, Master System. Preloaded with a little game called Alex the Kid in Miracle World. Or was it Alex Kidd in Miracle World? Never mind. It was a piece of garbage, but somehow it started my very long love affair with video games. So I'd play Alex the Kid, garbage, Sonic the Hedgehog, not so garbage, but that damn jungle level. What the fuck? Oh, and I'm talking about the Master System version of Sonic. You see, back then, games would often release on different systems, and they would be radically different to one another. So the Master System Sonic was very different to the Mega Drive, or Genesis, for all my American viewers out there. All 2.5 of you. You see, one of them is a paraplegic, hence 2.5. Batman Returns, Alien 3, Castle of Illusion. These games were all a little bit more bollocks on the Master System. Oh yes, it's common knowledge that all video games back in 1980 Who Cares and early 1990 Zero Fucks Given looked like arse. But it was all we had. The Master System did have a couple of games that didn't appear on the Mega Drive, like Vampire, Master of Darkness, or The Lucky Dime Caper starring Donald Duck. I like that one. Or even that Alex the Kid garbage I mentioned twice earlier. Well, wait a minute. Bertram wants to ask a question. Yes? My favorite Master System game? Ooh, I'd say either Psycho Fox or Land of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse. What? You've never heard of Psycho Fox? Oh, it's a splendid little platformer where you play as, well, a fox. Luckily, not a fox who enjoys dressing up as his dead mother, but a cute, cuddly fox. Check it out, Bertram. In fact, check out all of the games I've mentioned. That goes for you as well, dear viewers. Stop touching yourself, dear viewers. It's not that kind of video. What the hell was I talking about before? Oh, yes. So, the Master System would lead me onto the Sega Mega Drive, the Sega Game Gear, and the Super Nintendo. Ah, what a time to be alive. If you were dead at that time, dear viewers, then you have my sympathy. Games like Sonic, Disney's Aladdin, Super Mario World, World of Illusion, The Lion King, The Adventures of Batman and Robin, Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, Shinobi, oh my god, Shinobi, Maximum Carnage, Earthworm Jim, RoboCop vs. the Terminator. Video games took over my life. I didn't want to go outside and play with the peasants. I wanted to stay cooped up in my room like the antisocial little bastard I was. I mean, I did let Edwin play occasionally. Oh, so sorry. Should have said, Edwin is my older brother. He's a prick with a penchant for having sex with other people's cattle, but apart from that, he's splendid. I did have other hobbies like drawing or painting or writing, but video games. Video games were what got me up early in the morning or make me go to bed at all hours of the night. In fact, sometimes I'd stay up for 36 hours doing nothing but playing video games. Though, that happened more when I got into my teenage years. Curse my prepubescent body and its need to rest. Now, I had the usual childhood struggles like what was better, Cocoa Pops or Frosties? Or sometimes I'd lock myself in my room and wonder, where the hell did Father get that chainsaw? And why was he trying to flush Mother's head down the toilet? But you see, dear viewers, video games distracted me from thinking about all of that. Oh, by the way, on a serious note, if you have any information regarding the disappearance of my mother, you can contact Scotland Yard on 0800 360 something something something. The point I'm making is, I was hooked. Some children love sports, some love crafts, some love torturing insects, but I loved video games. Video games couldn't hurt me, or betray me, or make me do the dishes, or make me cry myself to sleep at night. Not that I ever did that. Well, not that often. Maybe only 8 times a week. What do you mean there's only 7 days in a week, Bertram? Bollocks! Don't you dare lie to me, Bertram.
Please note, OCG is a fictional character. Any resemblance to persons alive, dead, or undead is purely coincidental.
So, my psychiatrist has told me I need to engage more with you commoners. So, please tell me down below. What do you think of this game? Like it? Love it? Want to crawl into bed and make passionate love to it? Dear viewers, thank you for loving this live stream. It's great to have each and every single one of you here to stroke my ego. Now, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button and then share this video. Go on, do it. Do it. No, don't go and get a coffee. Get back here. Yes, you. I can see you going to get a coffee in the middle of this live stream. Did I say you could go and get a coffee? No, I did not. Get back here. Right. Now hit the subscribe thing. Yes, there you go. Now like the video. Well done. Gold star for you. Right, let's get back to the live stream, shall we? Okay, Bertram. Number 4 on the list of all things that Japanese video games must contain. Number 4 is female characters with heaving bosoms. And you might be asking yourself, but why? Why must a Japanese video game feature such characters? And it's quite simple. For longevity of the game. You see, the average game may only take you a couple of hours to finish, But if you throw a couple of female characters into your game, particularly the ones with heaving bosoms, then lonely gamers, such as myself, whenever these characters appear on the screen, will pause the video game to indulge in a little self-love, if you catch my meaning. And that's a good thing for the longevity of the... Oh, shit.
Are you playing this game online, OCG?
I have absolutely no desire to play online, Bertram. Frankly, I'd rather put my penis in a very sharp cheese grater.
Why, OCG?
Only homicidal maniacs, or children, or homicidal maniac children play games online, Bertram.
Oh, what a dangerous world we live in.
Quite. Just the other day, a child called me a "see you next Tuesday."
Oh, what an odd insult. Was he on drugs?
Probably, but you don't understand. He called me a C-U-N.
Oh, I get it. Well, you are.
What did you say?
Nothing. Does this game have zombies in it?
No, Bertram. It has 1,000 bloody ballet dancers doing the splits while singing "The Winner Takes It All." You can see, can't you? So you should be able to tell if this game has zombies in it or not.
I was bitten on the pee-pee by a zombie once.
I know I'm going to regret asking this question, but, how did a zombie bite you on the pee-pee, Bertram?
I think it was a zombie prostitute.
Well, that makes perfect sense. We've all been there.
Oh, did a zombie prostitute bite your pee-pee?
No. She stole my wallet and then flushed my trousers down the toilet.
Oh, I see.
Speaking of prostitutes, I visited a dominatrix once. Wasn't a lot of foreplay or intercourse. And can you believe she didn't even have any biscuits?
Oh,